All right, guys, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's September 1st, 2023. This is our first of many webinars. Today's webinar will be on preparing your day, setting yourself up for success. So this morning, it is 8 this morning. As you know, I do the morning note at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will not be as formal as that. This will not have a question and answer session. But again, if you have any questions regarding this video, make sure to DM me directly on Discord or go ahead and tag me on the chats. I'll be more than happy to assist in any way I can. We're going to start with a couple of things that are the most important for this webinar. Number one, we need to have your notes. So again, here your notepad. I went ahead and used Microsoft Word so you guys can see it live when I type. And then we're going to also use our Discord server as a way to prepare ourselves for the day. So it is 8:01 this morning. You just woke up, you brushed your teeth, you took a shower. Maybe you just got your coffee in your hand. This is more for the individuals that if you work a 9 to 5, you're working later to the day. Maybe you are right now on the West Coast, Mountain Time, Central Time. These are the things you want to prepare yourself for the day. Now, if you are home and watching this all day, timing really doesn't matter. But again, the earlier the better. You want to set yourself up for a good habit of going to bed early and waking up refreshed. So you can set yourself of proper routine that you can actually follow over time. Now, there's some people that are not morning people. There's some people that are more evening people. That's completely fine. But again, you still need to prepare somewhat early in the day if you're going to trade in the morning. Obviously, when the market opens at 9:30. So let's start with the morning notes. What are the first things you want to do? We're going to list them. List of things to do, right? And then we're going to throw in a couple of watch lists. We're going to put some alerts together. And again, I'm going to use the number 3. 3 is actually one of my favorite numbers. So I'm going to put 3 stocks that we're going to watch today. We're going to put alerts. We're going to analyze them together. And we're going to stick to those names. That's the deal. So first thing I like to do in the morning, number 1, is check futures. How do we check futures in the morning? Well, we have Thinkorswim. We have CNBC. You have the Bloomberg website. So you can find that anywhere. If you're somebody that says, I don't know where to check this, I don't have Thinkorswim, I'm international, what do I do? It's very simple. Just go to CNBC. You can open a free account if you want just to get the information. And again, you could see very similar. This is real time. This is a little delayed, but nothing too crazy. You can see it's very, very similar. Dow futures up 127, S&P up 15, and the NASDAQ up 31. You also have crude oil there, 10-year yield. So again, these kind of pre-market news you can find anywhere. It's not exactly difficult to find. So the first thing we want to do always in the morning, guys, is always check futures. So let's place, see if we can get that first sip of coffee in the morning. Let's go ahead and put CNBC. We'll put TOS. You can do this on your mobile app like I do. Check futures, CNBC, TOS, which is Thinkorswim. I'm going to put Thinkorswim here. Thinkorswim. So again, check futures. You want to know where we've been. That's kind of the most important. What happened overnight? Next, we're going to check pre-market movers. Pre-market movers. How do we find that? Investing.com. Now, I do check this. I can't say I check pre-market movers every day unless we have something open. And that's kind of, normal, right? You only want to check what affects you. Not really worried about these little small names. So again, the pre-market movers is just trying to give you an idea of what happened this morning. So investing.com, you search for pre-market, and then the first thing you have here is the most active stocks. So again, you have names, Tilray, this is cannabis stocks, you have some biotech in there, what have you. So we're going to close this out. We're going to start with the Dow Jones, and we're going to see what's moving and what's shaking. Anything that stands out. I want to see what's the one that has the most gain. Boeing 225.71 up about 0.75%. Intel on some of that CEO headlines. And again, if you ever need to see the headlines that matter, you need to be on the blog. Here's the blog here. And again, that Intel information, that wasn't new because we posted that here. If I can find it. Where is it? This Intel heads up. Let me see if I can find it. Intel, here we go. This is at 1:49 p.m. Intel says, feeling good about the quarter. The CEO says third quarter above the midpoint of guidance. Intel was presenting yesterday at Deutsche Bank conference. So We also give headlines here. If you want to set yourself up in the morning as well, we also have another channel. We're going to go over that here in a second. But as of right now, we're looking at pre-market movers. Again, you kind of use it with the actual Discord server. And again, this is free for all. This isn't a paid deal unless you want signals and stuff like that. But again, the market blog is free for all. So again, you have Apple up, Chevron up, so some energy. S&P, if you checked futures this morning, you could see that crude oil is up about 1.26%. So you need to add those things on your notes. You know, what's crude oil doing? What's gold doing? What are stocks doing? What's the dollar doing? All important things. So check futures. We'll place a note here. We'll put stocks, VIX, dollar, and oil. How's that? Let's put commodities. And the reason that this is important to look at is because it's all together. So again, if crude oil is up, it gives us an idea to look at energy. If crude oil is down, it gives us an idea to look at energy. Always. If you look at gold, important to see, is this a risk-off movement in gold, or is it just because the dollar's down? If stocks are up, what stocks are up? What sector is performing? If the dollar's up, how is this affecting commodities? If the dollar is down, how is that affecting equities? These are the important things to kind of interject as we go. Tesla just went red this morning. We talked about Tesla, I believe, 2 days ago, and I talked about it yesterday as well. I said, Tesla, I like guys, but again, it's a short week. 265 is my target, but we know it's not enough to be right. We have to be right on time. This is why we didn't feel anything. So no worries, no risk, we're chilling. Amazon had a big move yesterday with Shopify. They're up another 0.5%. And the NASDAQ side, AMD's up this morning, Google's up this morning, JD, so Chinese companies are up, Lucid, high, Beta, Apple, we know how big they are. Walgreens, the CEO just left. They're down 1.22%. Tesla just went red, as we talked about. Nvidia, rather flat, but that 500 level, very, very possible. So that's what we're looking at. Again, pre-market movers, see what's moving, and everything like that. 3, pre-market plan. Pre-market plan on Discord. Let's go to it. We're going to go to the pre-market plan this morning, and we have the morning news call. This is from Walter Bloomberg's Discord server. That's also free as well. They allow us to share the information that they have because the information they have is from Reuters. So I don't think they can actually use that money for sale or anything. So once we click that link, and look how great this is. This is from Reuters morning news call. Top news, before the bell, stocks to watch, more news. I mean, it's got it all. It's got everything in it. Economic events, important, and ex-dividend dates. So these are the dates that the dividends will be paid out. Again, take a look at that every morning. There may be a time where he doesn't post it. Just give you a heads up. So if it's missing, again, there's nothing I can control, but he's pretty good at it. Maybe sometimes he takes vacation, but it is a bot. You see the initiations this morning and downgrades. So you have initiations, downgrades, price upgrades, and price upgrades. So you could see that we had upgrades, coverage initiated. So upgrades meaning that they are raising the price target for a certain stock on a 12-month basis. So for example, if we see PZZA, or actually 3M, Morgan Stanley upgrades to equal weight from underweight. So you have underweight, equal weight, overweight. You have negative, neutral, positive. You have sell, hold, buy. Whatever deviation these banks like to use, it's the same stuff. So if we see that 3M, which is a materials chemical company, Morgan Stanley, upgraded to equal weight from underweight, their price target now is 113, raised from 102. So what does that mean exactly? It means on a 12-month basis from the day that they raised it, rolling 12-month, the price target for Morgan Stanley on 3M is 113. It used to be 102. So let's see how the stock is moving this morning. Is it up this morning on that info? Well, we pulled back a little bit. We're at 106.52. That might be wrong. So you can see 107.30 is my ask price. Let's see if I can ring this up. I'm going to go to 3M. I think it was up yesterday. I don't have a pre-market price, which is really interesting, but 106.67, again, that's 2% higher than we were. So let me see if maybe investing.com has it. So we're going to go ahead and get there. Yeah, so we're up about 0.37% pre-market. Interesting that we don't have that here on CNBC. So that's usually not the case, which is very interesting. So you can see 3M is up. Could that be on the price target upgrade? Sure. I mean, pick your excuse, right? But it's important to know why these things happen. So again, downgrades, very similar, just inverse. A sell, a hold, a buy, more times than not. If it's a downgrade, it's a downgrade from either buy or neutral or hold or stuff like that. And then inversely for upgrades. Coverage initiated means that sometimes they could be coverage into neutral, they could be coverage into buy, one of the two, and then you have a price target. So that's what all of that means for the most part. And again, the important thing is that you have the news, you have the headlines. Anything that stands out to me is what I post here. You know, Shopify, Bank of America, anything regarding the Fed, non-farm payroll report, we have that coming up. So we're going to continue on to the pre-market plan. And you can see the economic calendar first thing in the morning. And then you also have the day ahead at 5:08. So again, maybe you're in a different part of the world. You're up a little earlier than us. Maybe you're in Europe. Maybe you're in Asia. So again, these little bits and pieces help to put the puzzle together to set yourself up for a great day of trading or a great week. Again, it's all about preparing yourself to succeed. That's really it. Preparation, meeting opportunity equals luck. And guess what? You do this enough, you're going to get really lucky. A lot. Friday the 1st, today we have Bostic speaking at 6, non-farm payrolls at 8:30. That's about 15 minutes away, so shouldn't take too long for us to get that number. I won't be live doing it while we have the NFP, but again, I will get you that information on the morning note and of course here on the live market blog. As always, we got what else? We got S&P Global Manufacturing, Loretta Mester, who's Cleveland Fed. She's a non-voter. 10 a.m. we have manufacturing PMIs, we got construction spending month over month, and we have Baker Hughes rig count. This is the oil rigs off the coast that drill. The more that are online, it shows better production for oil. So, you got your coffee, you got your news, you got your price upgrades, pre-market plan on Discord. You have upgrades. We're going to do UG day ahead notes. Pretty great. So next, after that, that's it. That's really it. The only other thing I would put is play some music. Play some music makes life a little easier. That's a tip that I use. So I'm a little different. I do like old music. Here's an example of what I listen to in the morning. I don't listen to CNBC in the morning every day. This is oldies playing in a coffee shop. And it's great for background noise. This is from what, the 1940s, 1930s. Very quiet, very relaxed, very good focus in terms of the music that I'm not thinking about. I'm not thinking about it as much. I don't have to sing with the music. It's just in the background. And again, the idea is to keep you focused. You can use classical music. You can use violin, piano. If you want to use Wu-Tang, that's great. If you want to listen to Pink Floyd, that's great. If you want to listen to whoever you want, that's great. The idea is the music kind of gives us a little bit of a push moving forward. You know, it's the sound of the soul, as people would say. So again, having some really great music while you're researching, while you're working. Any college grads or someone who went to college knows getting those headphones on and kind of really focused. Classical music is something that I used to do since I was pretty much a kid. And that helped me research over time, helped me stay focused. So it's not something that's required. It's a little tip that I use is play some music every day while you're doing your work, because that does uplift you, kind of gives you a little bit of confidence moving forward. Play that good music that really gets you going. It could be any kind of genre. If it's country, if it's dance, if it's techno, if it's hip hop, it doesn't matter. Does it work for you? Does it really give you that inspiration, that motivation to push through? That's the deal. And number 5, one of my favorite ones. A lot of people are going to think a little weird of me, but I really don't care. Affirmations are so important, guys. Now you probably think to yourself, wow, he's a little kooky. In order to do anything, the mind must conceive it first. Starts with the mind. always. So the key is to remind yourself, A, why you're doing what you're doing, and B, what do you expect of yourself moving forward? I expect to do this. I expect to do that. Forget the results of trading. I expect to be vigilant. I expect to research. I expect to make these decisions in terms of the market. I'm going to make these many stocks with alerts. I'm going to be reading these articles right off the rip, right when you started this morning. You already read futures. You read CNBC, Thinkorswim, Bloomberg, or pre-market movers. That's 3. You already read the pre-market plan on Discord. And then you also have the day ahead. You also have those notes. That's 5 things you already read this morning. God knows how many pages that is, but see how fast that goes. You're playing some music, time flies, but the affirmations are key. Write them down in your notes app. I always talk about journaling in terms of your trades. You should journal your thoughts. Again, don't turn your brain into a file cabinet. Write it down. And over time, you'll see the growth from what you used to think to how you think today. And the affirmations are key. I'm going to be successful today. I'm going to be patient today. I'm going to be ready today. This is something I love to do. This gives me joy. I will do this forever. I will enjoy this when I like. I have a great life. Today's going to be a great day. These little things over time, if you repeat it, whatever your mind thinks, your body and really your spirit is going to follow. So remember, you, in a sense, think of it as a VR, like those VR things, the Oculus. Your mind controls everything. The way you look, perspective, expectations. Your mind is telling the body what to do, whether it's to move with your left and right, or kind of dodge different things, or you have Beat Saber and you're starting to hit the music. Again, it all starts with the mind. You have to master that first. Master yourself, then you can master anything else. Always. There's a great quote from Alexander the Great, if anyone's a history buff. He says, "I fear not the man who conquers nations. I fear the man who can conquer himself." Remember that. That's a really good one. So again, daily affirmations. I know it's a little kooky, but again, remind yourself why you're putting yourself in these really high pressure situations in order to risk money. My God, this is hard. This is not easy. You're doing every day, you're risking something, which is difficult to do. And it's very difficult to explain to others what you do and how you do it. Doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel. Are you successful? Are you writing these notes down? Are you getting better? It's your journey, no one else's. We're here to help, but it's really your journey. This is your book that you're writing, and every day you're writing a chapter over and over. Okay, I did this today, I did that today. Let those affirmations kind of lead the way. Think of it as a leading indicator. If I say I'm going to have a great week this week, I'm going to make this, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to read 5 articles, I'm going to do 6 stocks on my watch list by Friday, and you did all of them, just check them off. Check them off, and then over time, you build that habit. Great habits. All right, let's start with a watch list this morning. Always important. Let's do 3. We'll do 3 this morning. We're gonna look at Tesla. I know. I already talked about it. But again, we don't know what's happened yet. 257.89. So we bring up the daily first. We'll take a look here. The 50 DMA, which is 256.64. We're still above it. I have a target of 265. The question is, do we hold the 50? I'm not in a rush to get in here. But if you break above 265, we have 280 next. So instead of targeting the actual trend line, the big trend line, what we're going to do is place an alert above that trend line. Once we break it, and we want confirmation. So let's do 266.50. That's pretty much $1.50 above the trend line itself at 265. If that reverses after a $1.50 move, that's not really your fault or anyone else's fault. It just happens. But at least put the actual alert there. So 266.50 on Tesla, that's what we're going to watch. We're going to put that here. Tesla above 266.50, looking at the 280 strike calls. That's one. What else is next? So you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my God, how do I start a watch list? So the first thing you want to think about is what stocks trade the most. What options have the most volume? Right off the rip, we know SPY, Qs, IWM, the major indices. And then you have the big boys. So not for nothing, the best thing you could do is focus on a couple of names. Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Netflix, the big boys. You know which one I'm talking about. Tesla's the first one we went to. What's the next one we're gonna do? Apple. And Apple, we did a masterclass trade, and that thing's on fire. It does have a gap to fill. So we're at 188.45. My God, it just keeps going. Yeah, we're probably gonna miss it. So again, 189.10. If we break above the recent wick high, let's see where this rabbit hole goes. We'll go to X. We'll go to the daily, and you could see how important this yellow line is here. That was the resistance back in June, end of June. We bounced again. But that gap fill looms at 190.64. So if you break 189.10, you could do 192.50 or so, or we could target itself 190.59. We're gonna get there. We may be running out of time. I don't want this to reject. So let's go ahead and add a study. We're gonna add RSI. Are we overbought? We are not. That's good news. Close, but we ain't there. We might get overbought at that gap fill. Tesla is not overbought. No. Microsoft I didn't add to the list as well. So did we put the Apple setup on our watch list this morning? We have not. 189.10. We're going to go ahead and place this here. Apple above 189.10, looking at 190 to 192.50 strike calls. We'll put the gap fill at 190. That's Apple. Apple and Tesla have been good to us, so we need to find something else. One more. Google. Are we overbought or anything like that? We are not. We're getting close. So this one's a tough one. We're getting there, but there is a gap to fill. So we need to get above 138.40, and if we do, guess what? We got a gap to fill. Let's see if we're here. We're gonna do the other gap to fill is 180. Let me see if I can cancel that one because I hate that when that looks 140.80. So I canceled that. Here's the gap fill, 140.80. So that's what we're looking for. Again, tech centric is fine. We'll put Google above 138.40, looking at the 140 to 141 call strike. Gap to fill at 140.76. So we can pull that off. It is a new month, so again, it's important to start with really good habits right off the rip. You've been with me now for what, 20, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and look at what we've done. We checked futures, we looked at TOS, we looked at stocks, the VIX, the dollar, commodities. We talked about that. Pre-market movers on investing.com, we looked at that. We did our pre-market plan on Discord. We played some music. Music is playing in the background. I'll turn this off right now. You see how relaxed it is? I don't even notice it. Our affirmations. What are our affirmations today, guys? Today, we're going to make it a great day. Number 2, we're going to focus on our research. Number 3, we're going to be patient. We are not going to press the issue. Not going to happen. This is how you get burned. Repeat that. Write it down. The word patience. So let the market come to you. Word of the day. Like Sesame Street. Patience. Write this on your screen. You can write this on a post-it and put it on your screen. Whatever. Patience. Today. Let the market come to you. If you don't do anything today, that's completely fine. No problem. You had a great week so far. Let's not give anything away, but it's also right to prepare. So we got 3. We got Tesla, Apple, Google. That all took about 20 minutes. And again, a lot of it was just explaining. So if we cut that in half, that's around 10 minutes. 10 minutes out of your day. 10 times 5 is 50 minutes a week. Not even an hour out of your week. Again, to put the stuff of importance. Now, the good news is that if you ever miss anything in terms of news, anything that you need to know, you have the Discord right here. We have your back. So I do this every day. Again, I love what I do. I love reporting the news. I love talking about it. And I love getting you guys prepared. So this, to me, is exactly what everyone should do to be successful, is to build these strong habits over time and make sure to build habits that you can actually follow. Again, have you noticed I didn't write anything regarding results like get 10 trades today, make this much? I didn't write that. I made it very basic because we're building the foundation of your trading hub or your trading plan. It takes time. The best thing out of the whole morning note that I would say, the one that stands out the most, is the music. I think the music is a great way to start your day. I listen to music in the shower personally. So again, I have Spotify. It's worth paying for. You get all the music you want. Again, you can use whatever you want, but find the music that inspires you. Find the music that really gets you out of bed. Find that music that gets you going. You can go ahead on YouTube and you can type in, classical music for studying, classical music for coding, whatever works for you. That's really up to you. So that's what we did this morning. Very, very fun. We do have non-farm payroll here in a couple minutes. I'm going to go ahead and prepare for you guys for that. And I will see you guys for the next webinar and workshop. The next one, I'm not sure in terms of the subject, but I'll work on that this weekend in terms of kind of planning. Maybe we can get you guys on and we can speak together for our next workshop. Again, thanks again for taking the time to join me this morning. And I'll see you guys on YouTube for the morning note, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your morning, guys. Enjoy your music, and we'll see you then.